Hi, it's Nicola back with part 2 on how to find the perfect cloth diaper. Now, this is one of the most exciting videos I have been looking forward to doing. I think that, like many of you watching my video, you are watching tons of YouTube videos on what diaper should I get? Oh, this looks good, and oh, what are reviews for that? And oh my gosh, this mom has a lot of reviews. You know, it seems like a lot of people listen to her. I should probably listen to her too. So I did a whole lot of that even before I got pregnant. I actually took a lot of time, okay? Tons of time writing down things of, oh, the best bottoms or the best cloth diaper because of this, and I should get this, and these are the benefits for that, and the cons to that. I mean, I could go into eons of what I thought would be such a great cloth diaper, and I was pretty much sold on the fact I'm gonna have pocket diapers. I mean, that just seemed like the neatest thing, all-in-ones. Oh, no way, because they take too long to dry. I don't want to deal with that. I want to have quick and easy access, and the pocket diapers, there's so many cute styles, and you know, it just seemed like, oh, and then I have to have, you know, a diaper that is an all-in-two so I can use to go on the travel. And I just listened to tons of different people on their thoughts on what they should get and what they thought, and I realized, I started noticing a lot of moms started changing their stashes as they went, and I was like, oh my gosh, like maybe it wasn't as good, and what's your favorite one? And it was like, I always felt like they never found the best one. It was just they were always doing this trial and error thing, and I will say that, you know, babies do change, and it is a process, and what works in one season won't work for the next, and I will verify, like, I think it is, like right now, it's great to have a newborn stash, and you don't have to buy expensive diapers. I mean, honestly, pre-folds are awesome. I mean, I loved it. I didn't want to put a whole lot of money into it. I mean, I really didn't want to with the newborn stash, and I'm glad I didn't, because it was only like, you know, 3 months worth of diapers, and now the rest of my stash are all-in-ones, or one size, sorry, are one sizes, and you know, the one sizes are gonna last him all the way through potty train. So it's a matter of what is it that you want. So I hope to, out of this video, give you the tools to, you know, kind of get to the point on what is it that I need to do, what is it that I need in order to get the right diaper for my baby. So I got the cloth diaper service so I could, you know, have that to kind of stand me by before I ended up buying a whole pocket of, you know, a bunch of diapers. The last thing I wanted to do was to have all these diapers and then them not work out. I mean, I cannot tell you how many videos I saw of these moms are so excited they got all these diapers before their baby arrived, and then all of a sudden, what happened? Oh my gosh, I hated these and I hated this, and they were like really popular brands and it didn't work out, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to be that mom. So what did I decide to do? What a lot of the online sites like Kelly's Closet, Nikki's Diapers, to name a couple, are offering trials, you know, 15-day trials, 30-day trials. And what it is you go in and you order. Sometimes they have restrictions on which specific type of diapers, but some are like, order whatever you want off the site. You can borrow it for 2 weeks and then you return it. So that's what I did when my son was at the age where I was going to start to invest in a stash, and I knew that these would last him, and he was out of that newborn stage. I was like, okay. I went in and I got a lot of these diapers, and that is what you saw in the first video. So this is kind of what I found out. So this was my priority when I was finding the right diaper. What it was that I was wanting was, and this is what I recommend you doing, get a trial and then write down your priority list, because this is really going to help you narrow down what you want. My first priority was no leaks. I did not want a diaper that leaked. I mean, that's the last thing you want, is your baby, you know, crawling around or laying down and then they're soaked just after you put it on. I was like, that is what I do not want. No leaks. I want a functioning diaper. I mean, that's the whole point. So no leaks. The next thing is I really didn't want a whole lot of red marks. I didn't want any indentions. I didn't want any, you know, things that would cause his bottom to be red or any kind of marks on him. Even though I think it's kind of inevitable on some diapers, I really didn't want a whole lot of that because I heard a lot about the red marks. So I wanted something, because obviously it's comfort. I want my baby to be comfortable. And then I wanted something cosmetically appealing. I wanted something really cute. And then the last thing was cost. So those were kind of like my priority list. And I wouldn't say cost is the least, but those are like my top 4. So now I told you I was hoping the Bum Genius, Elemental, the 4.0, the Thirsties, and the Itty Bitty were going to be my favorite. So let's see what I found out. Alright, Bum Genius Elemental. I really wanted to like it. I liked how soft it was, and I was really intrigued because of how the brand was. And what did I find? I loved that it didn't stuff. I love that. It did not have one leak the entire time, not one leak. This was one of the only diapers that did not leak on this trial, and I was so excited about that. It had a great fit. It worked really well for my son. My son is a chunky baby. He has, you know, chunky thighs, chunky waist. So I will tell you this: if your baby, or you anticipate your child to have a chunkier, set, this video might be perfect for you to, trial the diapers that I did that I ended up liking. So, props for you. All right, so I liked that, I didn't have to worry about repelling, because I noticed on a lot of the microfleece diapers, anytime I used diaper cream and I didn't put a liner down, if I didn't put a liner down, even though it was cloth diaper safe diaper cream, what ended up happening was it started to repel the pee, and it would just all of a sudden, he would go to the bathroom and it would just splurt right out of the diaper. And I was like, are you kidding me? This is cloth diaper safe, diaper rash cream. But it still didn't work with the diaper. So I was like, okay, so that was one of the biggest cons that I found with the microfleece diapers, which I'll talk on a little bit. But I didn't have to worry about that with the cotton, because I didn't have to worry about that. It was cotton and it came off. The cons, I guess you could say, it smelled a little bit more. The natural fiber diapers I started noticing had more of a smell, which I think I thought the complete opposite, but it actually has more of a smell, especially when it has hemp in it. And it had a little bit longer drying time. Now, I do sometimes dry these on low, which are good, but which are fine, but typically the best thing is to line dry, and I would sun them. And when I sun them, all the stains went away. It was amazing. I live in Florida, so it was great. Now, the thing that I did to help with the stink of the natural fiber diapers, specifically with Bum Genius, is that I used bleach every couple months, and it actually recommends that from the manufacturer. Now, I know a lot of people will go against that, but I'm just saying that is what the manufacturer of this specific diaper recommends, so I do this for this specific diaper. Anyways, so I will get back to that. So I was really excited about that because that's what I wanted, and it was such a good diaper. Okay, then the Itty Bitty Two-Toe. I really wanted to like it because it was soft, it was cute, and I was like, oh, this looks so fun. All right, it leaked almost every time. I think it was a lot of the fit. It had a lot lower rise on the baby, and it always leaked at the little flap where the snap was, almost like where the groin area was. It always leaked right there, and I tried to get the fit better. It was kind of driving me crazy. The inserts were a little bit complicated. It was so much work every time if I would have taken it out of the dryer. It was I didn't want to deal with that. So that was a con. The only pro is that it was cute, and I was and it was soft, and I'm like, ugh, I don't like it. I don't like it, even if it is cute. It's it's a non-functioning diaper. Why? Because it leaks. Okay. The Rumparoos. I thought it was going to have a lot of red marks, and I was right. It had a lot of red marks. It was very tight on certain areas. My son was always just bright red where it was. Even if I had it on a big wide setting, It was just like, I felt like he was like kind of like a sumo wrestler in it. It's like you couldn't move in it. Like it was just so big and bulky. I like the cute padded butt, but it was so big on the crotch area. It just didn't conform, and it was just like, I felt like he was just kind of stuffed in there. And I think I said the pros were those cute colors. I like their bright, cute colors. And then I did the Fuzzy Buns Original made in China. These were the older version ones. It leaked every single time. Every single time it leaked. I hated it. I never wanted to touch it. It leaked every single time. And after like the 4th time, I was like, I'm done. I'm not using this diaper anymore. I was like, I can't take it. And then the Fuzzy Bun Elite, that ironically didn't leak. Weird, huh? Same brand, everything. It didn't leak. I liked that it had the minky inserts, I think is what it was. The minky inserts, they were soft, they were cute. Yeah, it didn't leak. So I was like, okay, this is all right. The Elites are all right. But I didn't like the gussets. They weren't as tightly sewn as the China-made ones, so that kind of bothered me. It had a little bit of red marks, I will say, a little bit of red marks. And then there was the Charlie Banana diapers. Okay, so this is a lot like the Fuzzy Buns diapers and Charlie Banana. So I tried the Charlie Banana. I thought, okay, I'm either going to like it or not like it. And, you know, comparative to how I've responded to the Fuzzy Buns. And I actually liked it a lot better than the Fuzzy Buns because the Fuzzy Buns had a, on the back part of the diaper, it was open, and I always had to kind of tuck it in, whereas the Charlie Banana, it already had that tuck over it, and so that micro fleece was on him the whole time, and I never had to worry about the pole touching him, and I never had to fiddle with it. The less that I had to fiddle, the better. So I was like, you know what, the Charlie Bananas, I really like. They had cute colors. Cost, actually, they just changed to a different style, so they were all on sale. So I was like, this is a winner for a pocket. And then the bottom bumpers, I told you I didn't think I was going to like it, and I didn't. I hated the side snapping diapers. I just didn't want to deal with it. My husband did not like dealing with it. And it leaked. It leaked every time. So that was for sure a no-go. The Bum Genius 4.0. Just like the Elementals, but a pocket, has the microfleece, has the microfiber. I thought, okay, the fit was good on the Elemental. I assume it's going to be great on this one. It was a good fit. I liked it. It leaked one time. And yeah, I'll get that in a minute. Okay. Kawaii. I really didn't like it. I don't think they're really that cute. They're kind of floppy and they just don't seem well made, and it leaked, I think, once. I didn't like how big the insert was. It just wasn't as appealing. So even though it didn't leak much, it still was like, ugh, I just didn't care. It was too... just didn't seem like the quality was there, and I just wanted something a little bit more. I just felt like some of the other diapers were just a lot better. Okay. Okay, so the Thirsties, this one I thought that, you know, I really wanted to like. Unfortunately, I really think at the time Easton needed to be in a size 2. It seems like the size 1, they just grow out really a lot quicker. Well, I know that was with my son. And I didn't like that I pretty much would have had to have bought 2 sets of these diapers. I think by the time I bought this stash, I would have only had to have bought the size 2, if that would have came to that point. But these leaked every time, and I wanted to love them. I love the fact that the insert agitates out every time in the washer, and it did, and I was like, oh, that's great. I don't have to worry about taking it out and putting it into the trash can every time. So it leaked, and that pretty much took it out of the running. It leaked almost every time. So even if it was cute, if it leaked, it was pretty much done. So where did that bring us? Itty Bitty Tuto completely out. Thirsties out. Bottom bumpers, completely out. Fuzzy buns, original, completely out. And then, what did I say? Kawaii, comfort. Rumperoos, out for comfort. And the Fuzzy Buns Elite, I didn't really care for that as much for the tightness of it, so that was out. The Kawaii, it was not cute enough for me, so that was out. And that left us with Bum Genius Elemental, Bum Genius 4.0, and the Charlie Bananas. So that's where I came down to, okay? So what I decided to do, now I've gone through different phases. Like I said, there's different seasons with cloth diapers. And I decided that my daily diaper at that time, this is like for, the first 4 or 5 months after the fact, my ultimate favorite diaper was the Bum Genius Elemental. I loved it. That was number one. For all the reasons that I described below, or above, or before. But I knew effectively cost. I needed another diaper to kind of get me through my big majority of my stash, that was cost effective. So what did I pick? I picked Charlie Bananas. So the cost, I got them for about $16 a piece, brand new at a store, because they were selling out of the old style. So that was really great. And I also ended up, after going through all the covers with my newborn stash, Thirsties became my ultimate favorite. So I got a lot of these size 2 Thirsties, and I use these for his nighttime routine with Fitteds baby greens, and these are really great. They did not cause any leaks. I love that they're all natural fibers and they don't cause red marks on him or any, rashy effects. And so this is what I did for his nighttime routine, along with, I got Bum Genius 4.0. I have 2 of these, and I inserted baby kicks and hip babies in here for nighttime, and that's what I kind of started off with. I had Cloth Ease Wide Baby Pre-Folds, because I really like the pre-folds, and to kind of help bulk up the stash a little bit. And that was a good size for him, but the pre-folds really only lasted for like 2 months, and then it really was just like out the door after that. So that's what I ended up doing. I returned all those diapers. I got all credit back, and I bought the Charlie Bananas, Bum Genius Elementals, more Thirsties flip covers. I got some baby green Fitteds, and then I had some pre-folds. So I did that for about 3 months, and I started noticing, you start noticing when you have certain diapers in your stash. Like, I still kind of kept a couple of the diapers, like the Rumperoos and the Itty Bitty Two-Toe, because I was like, oh, but they're cute. I started realizing I wasn't reaching for them, and when you're not reaching for it, you start realizing I'm not really going to use these much at all anymore. So I was like, what am I going to do? And it also came to the point where my Charlie Banana diapers, even though they were cute and my husband liked them, that was his favorite diaper, I started noticing Easton's bottom was getting all rashy and a little red, and I was like, oh my gosh, I think it's the microfleece causing his bottom to break out, because whenever I would put him in an elemental, I was like, oh my gosh, he's not breaking out. And so I was like, put 2 and 2 together. I was like, you know what, I really would rather just get a lot of Bum Genius Elementals. I started noticing that the repelling issues were happening with the 4.0. And when I put the diaper cream, and I was like, I don't want to deal with stripping. I hate stripping, and I'm going to have to strip these all the time, and I didn't want to have to use a liner all the time. And so I was like, okay, I don't want to deal with these anymore as much. So what did I decide to do? I was like, well, there's one other diaper I was really wanting to try. And so I tried the Grovia All-in-One. I figured, okay, it's like the Elemental. It has all natural fibers like I wanted. It's an all-in-one. It's easy to deal with. I don't have to worry like taking the insert out and all that stuff. cons. It looked like, you know, the side snapping might be an annoyance. And so I ended up I sold all my Charlie Bananas on Cloth Diaper Swap group on Facebook, along on Diaper Swappers. And I sold them for 14 bucks a piece. And he used them for like 2 or 3 months. So go figure. I really like, what does that mean? I really like almost used them for nothing. So it was great. It was a great time to just use them. I mean, diapers, people, you may see that's gross and whatever, but people buy used diapers. And I actually have too. And you can really get them practically brand new condition, and it's great. So that's a whole nother arena I can talk about later if you're interested. So I got rid of, okay, so I got rid of the Charlie Bananas. I got 6 Grovia all-in-ones because I ended up liking them, but then it was like I started noticing they were a little tight. And then I started noticing that I didn't like the side snapping like I thought. And even though I still have them, I'm considering letting them go. Because it all comes down to, I still like the Bum Genius Elementals. So at that time when I let go of the Fuzzy Buns, I got the Grovias, and I actually added to my stash with the Elementals. And I ended up ditching this option with the 4.0s with the inserts because, like I said, the repelling issues, the red bottom, and the stuffing. Just, I don't like the stuffing. It's just too much of my time working, and I just didn't want to deal with it. I just like to get my diaper and put it together. On my last little try of things, I was like, oh, I just wish I liked the itty bitty. And then I heard about, ooh, the Delish. And all of a sudden on Baby Steals, the Delish was like on there for like way cheap. And I was like, okay, what's the worst case scenario? I buy these diapers cheap, and then what do? You sell them, and then I could probably get all my money back and maybe even more. Who knows? So I decided, and I splurged. And I went and I grabbed an itty bitty Delish. I figured size large, you know, because he was already getting big, and this is their largest one. And it's an all-in-one, just like I liked with the Elemental. And I liked that, you know, it has cotton. It still has kind of like a micro fleece. I don't know what it's called, micro suede. I don't know. It still has, you know, kind of like a non-wicking type of thing where he doesn't feel wet. So, but he doesn't get red from it. So I like that. He didn't get red from it. But these are pretty much his naked baby diapers. So anyways, I got these and I loved them. So I have 6 of these. So I kept them all, and I love them. I love them, love them, love them. So what happened? I got the itty bitty. As you can see, it's still a learning process for me. I think right now I'm pretty much sold on I'm gonna, you know, use these for his naked baby time. And then once he doesn't have a whole lot of that, I'm probably gonna sell these Delicious. And like I said, my ultimate favorite is the Bum Genius Elemental diapers. And I'm planning on getting more of those. I'm pretty solid with my nighttime routine with fitteds and covers. For me, it was about finding what worked best for me, and it seems like all-in-ones are my favorites, and fitteds are at night. And that was what I was always drawn to. It was the Bum Genius Elementals, the Grovia all-in-ones, and the Itty Bitty Delish. All from the beginning when I watched YouTube videos and I wrote down all my assessments, and I was basing everything else on what everybody else said. And I thought I was gonna have pockets, and I have none of those. I don't have any all-in-twos except a couple for like basically like swim diapers, but a complete different result. And so out of all this, I hope you learn that what works for me is not going to work for you. It's not going to look exactly the same. And so I hope that by taking the tools of, you know, kind of getting a trial of diapers, a variety of types, so you can get an all-in-one, get natural fiber ones, get the different types out there so you can figure out what would work best for you. Make your priority list. what are your top, you know, reasons of why you would keep a diaper or why you wouldn't keep a diaper. Do your trial based on what you find out in those few days. Prep them really good. You know, decide, invest in diapers that you know work for you. And then, you know, live life as a cloth diapering mom and see how that goes. And, you know, you'll start to tweak and you'll start to learn, well, which diapers you're reaching for, which ones you're not. You'll start to have internally reasons why. And you'll realize that, you know, what you thought you were going to like necessarily wasn't what you ended up liking. Um, I just had a friend of mine invest in a ton of Fuzzy Buns diapers, $400 worth, and she ended up donating them because it didn't work out for her. And I told her, no, you can sell them, but I think it's great that she donated them. But then it was like she invested in a huge stash of diapers that she didn't even use. And a lot of people go into this blindly, and I didn't want to go through that. And I think that the best advice I can give you after all of this, after watching so many videos and all this time, it all came down to do the trial. Just do it. And a lot of times you're not going to get there until you actually have the baby in your hands, because every baby is made differently. They all have different body types. And so you don't know until the baby gets there. And I know it's like, oh, but I really want to get diapers now. And that was so hard for me to wait, but it was the best thing I could have done. It was the best thing. And I will tell you what I will do for my newborn stash on an upcoming video if you want me to do that, because I have my own assumptions of what I want to do now, and I'm totally excited about it. And you know, it's a little bit different as a newborn, because, you know, it takes a little bit to get their fat on and, you know, to gain the weight. And so all newborns are kind of similar at that early stage. So I really hope this helps you. I hope, you know, I'm telling you, I feel like if I would have had this video back in the day, it would have totally have spared me all the hours and time I would have taken, you know, and, you know, what should I get and what should I do and what do you recommend? Because nobody around me does it except YouTube people that I don't even come in contact with, you know, and unless you get involved in communities of moms who have similar, you know, beliefs and ideas of how they want to raise their kids. So I can't tell you, I went from one. Anyways, I hope this, you know, is kind of like a breath of fresh air. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I know I have been gone for so long. It's just a matter of getting time to do these videos, and this has been on my heart, but I really wanted to make it good. So I hope you liked it. I'm sorry it was so long, but I kind of felt I needed to just kind of spew it all out there so you understand that it is a journey and that your journey is going to look different, and that's great, you know, enjoy it. It is such a fun process. I think the hardest part is just, you know, waiting until and to actually trial the diapers, because really it's about, you know, what's going to work best for the baby. Anyway, so next video you'll see my whole stash of everything I've been talking about, and thank you so much for subscribing to my channel and for keeping up to date with watching these videos. Alright, bye!